Hello, welcome to Worthy Wednesday. I am your host, Kareem, and I'm happy to see you. Y'all, today, oh my gosh, it's December 10th. There are only 15 days until Christmas, 18 days until my birthday, and 21 days until New Year's Eve, so 22 days until 2026. And I thought how appropriate here. We are in the second Wednesday of December, so I think there's three more, I think. Anyway, but we have been talking about everyday miracles since earlier this year, starting in February after I kind of took a break and got myself back together. But I thought it would be really, really well suited for us to talk about what is coming next. And I know you think I'm probably talking about Worthy Wednesday, which I am a little bit, but mostly I'm talking about a countdown to what is next for you in your life. This is the time of year where so many people are really just focusing on what's going to happen next year, but we're not looking at our present day. And one of the things that really struck me about that this year, which I don't think I've ever thought about before in my adult life, is that we only use countdowns to signify what is about to come. We never use countdowns to talk about what actually is happening in our present moment. And when you look at back in the day, well, they used to, what was that guy's name? Anyway, he used to do when the ball would drop, right? Oh my gosh, he was uber famous. So they had the ball drop in New York City. You would count down that the new year would start all over the world, and we would just watch people celebrate the new year. But this particular year in my life, I've really been thinking about how often am I always looking forward to the next thing and never paying attention to what is actually happening in my life at this particular moment. We're always looking forward to our next vacation, forward to the meeting, forward to getting out of debt, forward to getting everything paid for, forward to a better time in our relationship, forward to when our kids are getting older and they're able to take care of themselves. But no one ever talks about a countdown that, to me, is essential in your present life. What are you anticipating right now in this moment? Now, I'm even going to give you a more practical example. We have a countdown for Christmas, a countdown for Christmas shopping, a countdown for the end of the semester, a countdown towards graduation. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, because a countdown gives you the anticipation of what is happening next. But that means you're not paying attention to what is happening right now in your life. And I don't know if I've ever been more concerned that I'm always looking forward to something in my future, but I'm never being fully present to be thankful for the things that are happening in my right now. I want to tell you a story about my real life that has really challenged me. When my daughter graduated, obviously, from college, go line, she got her MBA. I am the type of parent that is a little bit of a hoverer, okay? So I want to know that things are where they are supposed to be. Anyway, a very long story short, there was a disconnect between financial aid and the scholarship and all of the things that we're supposed to pay. So there was still a balance owed at her student account at the university. Well, first of all, I was hot to trot, okay? I was like, why hasn't anyone sent me an email? Because y'all are quick to send emails about debt. Please don't forget that your payment due for spring 2025 and it's December of 2024, because college is prepay, in case you're wondering. So anyway, I was so upset that there was no communication. I was very distraught that I felt like, why was I the only person trying to find out, why haven't you received your diploma? They said that it would be done by the third week of August, all these things, right? Anyway, so I got very distraught. I was very angry. I was very livid, because I thought a university runs on billions of dollars and someone should have already taken a little bit of interest to find out, hey, why does this account still say that it's not paid and we are now in another semester? At the end of all of that, I realized that I was in such an anticipatory mode of her calling me to tell me that she had received her diploma in the mail that I just kept dismissing the feeling that I know it was God. I know it was the Holy Spirit that kept talking to me about that degree to have her check. I was so looking forward to, I was counting down the days from the 3rd week of August. And I'm like, okay, so then the registrar certified, they send it to the parchment, she can pick it up. Okay, so I'm thinking end of September, early October, she should receive that diploma in the mail. And that time came and went and she hadn't received it. And all this time, I was ignoring the fact that there was a countdown happening in my head, that it was just like I couldn't shake thinking about it. Y'all, I am telling you, maybe because I want to be in control of things, and that too could be part of the disconnect for me, but because I couldn't shake it, it was like every day I was checking, every single day. And I would call Gianna and be like, hi, baby, sorry to bother you, but maybe you could check at the university. All of that to say that I was counting down to the moment that she would tell me that everything was okay and all had been resolved and she would have her diploma, unbeknownst to me that there was something actually prohibiting that moment to get to 0, right? And I just really thought to myself, how often in my life, how often, Karee, have you only been counting down to what you think might be the resolution, when in reality, the check that you feel in your heart, the check that you picked up when you talked to your girlfriend about it, the check that you picked up when you called your mom or whoever that you love and trust to tell you about something, because we're so accustomed to having a countdown that we will ignore all of those moments in between as we're counting down, to actually take a moment and self-reflect, to actually take a moment and check, to actually take a moment and, what is the theme of Worthy Women after all of this time for 5 years? Do the work. I wondered today, I said, how many times in my life have I negated to take advantage of my present because I'm counting down to a future that I don't even know if I'm going to get to that future? I have no idea if I'll wake up tomorrow. I mean, by the grace of God, I believe that I will. But how many things in my life have I not fully participated in because I'm on a countdown? 3 months to graduation, 2 months to graduation, 1 month to graduation, 6 weeks until the raise takes effect, 2 weeks until the raise takes effect. How many activities have gone by in my life? I can't wait till my baby is potty trained. I can't wait till my baby is going to kindergarten. I can't wait till my baby's in 1st grade. I can't wait till my baby's in middle school. I can't wait till my baby's in high school. I can't wait till my baby's in college. You guys, but I have missed all of the moments in between on a countdown, thinking that I was doing the right thing and making the correct choices, when in actuality, I was not present to enjoy what I needed to be enjoying, to pay attention to what I needed to, and to do the work of the things that needed my attention in that moment, because I was only focused on what I hoped would occur, what I hoped would be next. And honestly, Worthy Women, I'm a little disappointed in myself, if I'm just telling you the truth, that I have spent so much time looking forward that I have not spent enough time looking in my present. I'll start the business next year. I will go back to law school next year. I will, create a digital product. I will get married. Whatever you think that you're going to do, you set up yourself and count down to that thing that may or may not happen, because all of the energy, all of the training, all of the praying, all of the learning is geared towards something in the future, but nothing in your present. I wonder why we have accepted that that is how life is supposed to be, that we're never living for today, we're always living for tomorrow. I honestly, I really need to self-examine for a very long time, that when I get up, I'm thinking about all the things I need to be doing, but I'm not thinking about what I should be doing in that very moment. And I feel like it's very easy for us in this society to say, we're only going to be thankful in the month of November. We're going to be intentional for 30 days to actually realize what we should be thankful for every single day, but we're just going to be thankful for it in the month of November, because that is the only time that I'm choosing to be present daily and actually be thankful for the things that I've neglected for 11 months, right? And I wonder, honestly, I wonder, when you see your grandchildren, you see your children, when you see your spouse, when you see your siblings, do we actually understand the weight of the present? Do we understand that tomorrow I might not see you? Tomorrow you might not see me. There are so many things that can happen in the course of 24 hours. We don't even anticipate how different our life can be from 4:30 p.m. until 5:30 p.m. We take for granted, because it is acceptable to live in a countdown of what should or could or maybe will happen, but not be aware of what's currently happening. Y'all, this is mind-boggling for me. I'm just telling you the truth. Like, I realized in all of my living as an adult, specifically as a woman who is being intentional on looking and expecting for miracles to be seen every single day, I wonder if I have wasted time in a present day anticipating that if I didn't see one today or have one or experience one, tomorrow is a new day and there will be a miracle in that day. Have I said things to people because I anticipate I'll get to see them again and clarify if there was a disconnect, clarify if offense might have occurred, clarify if I spoke out of turn or hurt their feelings? I really am examining myself, because I have lived in a stage of countdown. And it's funny, because the last part of the title for today is a countdown to change, is because we think that after we get to 0 at that countdown, it's really changed something. Let me just make it plain so we all understand. When we get to 0, right? It's 12:59 and we count down 10 and we get to 0. It's just a new day. What's really different about it? I'm still the same person that I was 60 seconds before I counted down to 0. What has actually changed because we had the countdown? Is it the anticipation of actually participating in something that we have deemed appropriate, that we have actually given value and merit to, saying that because we did this, we are now in a new stage, or we are now in a new day of our lives? Is that really true? I mean, we always talk about people that do, New Year's resolutions. And honestly, that's not even something that I would consider, because I'm thinking, what does it matter if the same mindset, the same thought process, the same belief system, the same mouth shows up? What does it mean if I changed a habit, but I haven't changed my life? Because I have to deal with myself every single day. And I just thought to myself, I have wasted time counting down when I knew that the change that really needed to occur was in me. Y'all, I have really taken a step back the last however many days of this year and really began to analyze, what have I been doing with my present? What have I been doing? And I want you to know that just because you take a picture, because that's the society we live in, if you don't take pictures of it, it didn't really happen. I wonder if I have substituted and I have made a post or a statement or a picture represent the present, but really a picture doesn't represent the present anymore. It represents the past, because you did do that. So what have I done in this present moment to prepare myself for the next present moment? Not for tomorrow, not for 6 hours from today, but what am I going to do right after this? What am I going to do as soon as I get up? What am I going to do next in my present? We cannot spend the rest of our lives, especially as you grow older. I mean, I think when you reach your 40s, you recognize that you're closer toward the end of your life than you are at the beginning, right? And so you start looking at things differently, because I certainly have, knowing that my daughter is 23, she'll be 24, then 25. And I'm like, holy crap, what am I doing with my life? And I'm only gauging it based on the experience that I'm having in the future. But Kari, I'm saying to myself, I'm talking to me tonight, and you should be talking to you. What am I doing with my present? The only countdown I need to have in my life is today. From the time that I get up until the time that I go to bed, can I honestly say I have been present every moment of the day? It's a countdown, worthy women, and I'm here for it. I love y'all. I'll see you next week. Uh-oh. I can't.